Hello and welcome to LahLah Yoga class. This class will be a full hour gentle yoga class and you will need a strap, perhaps a block if you like to put something underneath your hips when you're sitting, and maybe a bolster or some pillows or towels or blankets if you like something underneath your knees in shavasana to help your lower back relax a little bit. So make sure you've got all those things, you've turned your phone on silent so it's not going to bother you, and you've got a bit of space to yourself. And now we're going to start coming down onto our spines. So we're coming to a really comfortable position on your back, and that might mean that you have your knees bent with your feet flat on the floor, and take your feet a bit wider than your hips so that your knees gently rest in on each other. That will help your lower back give it a bit more support, or else you can stretch your legs out, let the feet flow, and just relax. Bringing the arms to the side of the body, palms facing up. And taking a few moments to feel comfortable, have a bit of a wiggle if you need to. And when you found that place that feels really good, taking out any hair ties or things which are bothering you, like mine is, and finding that place. So just gently closing your eyes, and starting to breathe in through your nose, and out through your nose. As you breathe in, feeling this space that you create. And as you breathe out, let yourself soften, letting go of your day so far. Breathing in, feeling the space that you create. And breathing out, softening. Breathing in. And breathing out. As we breathe in, we always try to follow the journey of your breath in through your nose, down the back of your throat, and expanding your lungs and down. As we breathe out, we feel this softening, this releasing. Just taking these few moments to appreciate the breath. With your next exhale, let yourself really melt down. And just become aware of the ground that's beneath you. Feeling the contact between your body and the mat. And also becoming aware of any parts of the body that you might be actively holding up, that you can soften and relax down. Becoming aware of the space that's all around you. And as your thoughts hopefully begin to quieten, start to notice how you're really feeling today underneath your thoughts. Is there movement or stillness in your body? Do you feel light or heavy? Are there any other particular sensations or even emotions or colours that are around you today? Just acknowledging them without judging them. And then letting them go as you come back to your breath. Simply breathing in and breathing out. Remembering to keep this connection to your breath throughout the whole practice. Anytime you get distracted by your thoughts, try not to talk back to them or to encourage them, but just let them go and come back to your breath. If it helps you to keep your focus, you can gently say to yourself in your head, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. I am breathing in, I am breathing out. And just using this mantra that helps you to keep your focus. And taking a moment here just to set an intention for your practice today. Maybe this is something that you're working on in your daily life that has nothing to do with yoga. Maybe it's something you'd like to achieve with your yoga practice. Or something you'd like to help somebody else with today, sending the energy to them. Once you've set your intention, letting it go and just come back to your breath, simply breathing in and breathing out. And remembering to listen to your body throughout this practice, to never force or struggle or strain. And then we're here to give your body a little bit of love and care. So when you're ready, on an exhale, we're going to begin to slowly draw the knees up into the chest and hugging them in. Maybe just beginning to gently rock from side to side. Or to make circles with your knees, finding a nice massage on your sacrum and lower spine. And keeping the breath flowing. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Maybe gently circling the other way, if you were circling one way. And just enjoying this massage for a few moments. Enjoying taking this time for yourself and taking care of yourself. And then we'll slowly going to take our hands to the back of the thighs, and we're going to begin to lift our legs up towards the ceiling. So make sure that you feel comfortable. Have a bit of a bend in the knees if it feels like you're straightening. And find that place that feels good. Try to keep the shoulders relaxed. So we're going to begin to point and to flex the feet. Just pointing and flexing. Keeping your breath flowing. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. And then beginning to circle your ankles, breathing. And then circling the opposite way. Taking one more breath. And as we exhale, we're going to draw the knees back in. Maybe just slightly giving yourself another small massage again. And then slowly lowering your feet back down to the mat. From here, we're going to take your right foot and place it over your left knee. So you have like a figure four with the legs here. Keep your right foot flexed, which will help the knee from twisting in any way that it shouldn't. And then just take a moment to notice how the stretch feels for you. If it feels like you want to take a stretch further, you can lift your left thigh towards you. And breathe, either holding the back of the thigh or the front of your shin, wherever feels more comfortable. And just notice, where does the stretch begin? Where does it end? Can you try to draw your right knee a little bit further forward? And with each exhale, can you soften and release a bit further into the stretch? Working with your breath. Taking one more deep breath here. As we exhale, we're going to slowly release the left thigh and gently place your right foot back down. Taking a moment here, just notice the difference between the right and left sides. And when you're ready, we're going to lift the left leg, placing the left foot over your right knee. And just taking a moment to notice how this side feels. It might feel really different, and maybe the stretch here is enough, or maybe you want to lift the right thigh towards you. Finding whatever feels best for you. And breathing. Trying to open this left knee further towards the front of the room. And never holding the breath. With each exhale, we try to find that softening. To release, trying to keep the shoulders soft. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly, gently releasing that right thigh as you exhale. Placing the left foot back down. From here, we're going to stretch our arms out at shoulder level like a T. And as I exhale, I'm going to take my knees towards the left as I look over to the right. So here, try to keep your right shoulder firmly rooted down and breathe. Trying to breathe all the way down your spine. As you exhale, can you find that softening, that releasing? One more breath here. As we inhale with the next breath, we'll bring the knees back to the center and exhale them to the right as we look over to the left, trying to keep your left shoulder rooted. And breathing. Breathing all the way down the spine. As we exhale, we try to find that softening, that releasing. Never holding the breath. Taking one more deep breath. As we inhale, we'll bring the knees back to the center. From here, we're going to roll to whichever side you prefer, into a fetal position. And then use your top arms. If you roll to your right side, it will be your left arm. If you're on your left side, your right arm. To gently push yourself to come up to seated. And finding a comfortable seated position. This might mean using your block underneath the hips or stretching the legs out so cross-legged doesn't feel good. Wherever it is, just make sure that it feels comfortable. Relaxing your shoulders and imagining that you have a string attached to the crown of your head that's gently lengthening you up but not forcing or pulling too much. And And gently closing the eyes and just take a moment to connect back into your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. As we inhale, we're going to bring our palms together at heart center. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Interlacing your fingers, turn your palms up to the ceiling, softening your shoulders away from the ears. On an exhale, gently stretch to the right, inhaling to the center, and exhaling to the left. Inhaling to the center, exhaling, we'll release the right palm down. Soften your right shoulder as you reach over with your left fingers. Breathe. Noticing where the stretch begins and ends, and try to keep your left hip really rooted. Taking one more deep breath and inhaling back to the center. Exhaling, left palm down as the right arm rises up and over. Softening your left shoulder. Keep your right hip rooted as you reach through your fingers. Breathe. Noticing how it feels on this side. Inhaling, coming back to the center and bringing your arms up to shoulder level like a T. And imagining that you're pushing two walls away from you with your hands. Keep breathing, and we're going to begin to draw slow, controlled circles with the hands. So just focusing on this breathing in and breathing out. When your arm muscles start to talk to you and to complain, keep focusing on the breath, knowing that you have the strength to do this, and that it's not going to last forever. And we're going to reverse the direction. Breathing. Taking one more deep breath. As we exhale, we'll let the arms float down, bringing the hands onto your knees. Inhaling, lifting your shoulders up to your ears. As you exhale out of your mouth, let your shoulders go. Inhaling up. Inhaling. As you exhale, let go of any stupid emails or phone calls or conversations you've had over the past few days that are going around in your mind. Let them go. Making it as loud as you like. Stick your tongue out. Good. One last one. Inhaling up. And this time as we inhale, we're going to lift the arms up to shoulder level. And exhale the hands onto your shoulders. From here we're going to begin to draw circles with the elbows, inhaling forward and up, and exhaling back and around. Inhaling forward and up, and exhaling around. Inhaling and exhaling. Just noticing how your shoulders feel today, how the movement feels. So we'll switch directions, inhaling up and back, and exhaling forward and down. Perhaps noticing that with each roll, the movement becomes ever so slightly smoother. As we oil the joints. Good. One last roll. And then slowly releasing. We'll bring the hands back onto our knees. We're going to bring your right fingertips down onto the mat. And relax your right shoulder so it's not straining in any way. Inhaling, we'll lift the left arm up and take your left hand towards your right ear, and then we'll gently guide. We're not going to force or pull, but guide the head and neck into a stretch. Keeping the right shoulder relaxed, relax your jaw, and just breathe, feeling all the tiny little sensations in this movement. Staying here, or if you'd like to slightly change the stretch, you can turn your head down towards the mat, take hold of the back of your skull, and look down through the armpit to the mat. Breathing. Taking one more breath. And from here, I'm going to use my left hand to gently push my head and neck back up to the center. And then slowly release the left hand. So by using the hand to push the neck up, we're not straining to bring it back. So left fingertips on the mat, left shoulders soft, and inhaling the right arm up, right hand towards your left ear, and gently guiding the head and neck into this stretch. Remember, we're not forcing or pulling. The right shoulder, left shoulder stays soft. So does your jaw. And we breathe. We feel. Staying here, or if you want to, beginning to turn the head down towards the mat and take hold of the back of your skull. Breathing. Taking one more deep breath before we use this right hand to push your head and neck back up to the center. Exhaling, we'll bring both hands onto the knees and bring your chin to the chest. You can sort of allow this movement to travel into the spine too, so we round the spine. Inhaling, we're going to lift the chin, lengthening the spine back up. Exhaling, moving to round the spine and bring your chin to the chest. Inhaling as we lift the chin and lengthen up through the spine. One last one. Exhaling, chin to the chest. As we inhale, we're going to lift the chin towards your right shoulder. Exhaling to the chest. Inhaling to the left shoulder. Exhaling to the chest. Try to keep length in your spine here now. Inhaling to the right shoulder. Exhaling to the chest. Inhaling to the left shoulder. Exhaling to the chest. This time as we inhale, if it feels okay, we're going to take one very mindful, full roll with the head and neck to the right. Exhaling back to your chest. And inhaling to the left, very mindfully. Exhaling as we come back around and down to the chest again. And inhaling, we'll lift the head and neck back up to the center, lengthening the spine. From here, we're going to take your left hand to your right knee and place your right hand behind you. Inhaling as you lengthen through your spine, and exhaling, draw the stomach into the spine, trying to find a twist internally too. And then begin to look over that right shoulder, twist. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, draw your stomach into the spine, find a twist internally too. One more breath, inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, twisting. And inhaling, gently coming back to the center and switching sides. So right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Inhaling as we lengthen and exhaling as we gently draw the stomach into the spine and begin to twist. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, gently twisting. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, twisting. And inhaling gently, coming back around to the center. So from here we're going to make our way onto all fours. Spreading your fingers wide with your hands underneath the shoulders and the knees, hip distance apart under the hips. As we inhale, we're going to come into our cat-cows, and we always start this movement from your tailbone. So as you inhale, lifting your tailbone, feel your spine hammer down and your chest and head rise. As you exhale, turn your tailbone down to the mat. Feel your spine rise like a loaf of bread, and bring your chin to the chest. Inhaling, starting the movement at your tailbone, and feel the movement travel through each vertebra, through the spine. Exhaling, starting at the tailbone, feel this movement. Just move at your pace with your breath. Starting to notice how your spine feels today. And trying to enjoy this journey through the spine. With your next inhale, gently come back to a more centered, neutral spine. And we'll begin to take our hips just from side to side. Sometimes it can feel like you want to hold the stretch at a certain place for a little bit longer. Feel free to do so. When other times it might feel like you want to make your movement a bit bigger, maybe circling the hips or drawing a figure of 8 with the hips. Wherever we are, we're breathing and moving mindfully, doing what feels good for us today. And then slowly coming back to your center. From here we're going to walk our hands out as far as you can in front of you and keep your hips raised up over the knees as we try to release our foreheads to the mat, coming into our puppy pose. Breathing. Try to soften and widen your shoulders and almost push your shins down into the mat. Breathing. Feeling the stretch. Taking one more deep breath. As you exhale, let yourself melt back into your child's pose. Relaxing your fingers, your forearms, the upper arms and shoulders. Relaxing your neck, your jaw, allowing the muscles in your back to melt. As you let your hips gently soften to your heels. Breathing. Just connecting back to your breath here. And with the next inhale, we'll stretch our arms forward if they're not already there. Spreading your fingers wide, plug your palms back into the mat. And as we inhale, we're going to round through the spine like a big C to rise up to all fours again. So walking your hands to the top of the mat, spread your fingers wide, make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. Then you're going to stretch your right leg out, tucking the toes under, and stretching your left leg out, tucking the toes under, coming into our high plank. So here we really want to push the ground away from us with your hands, feeling the muscles around your shoulders and your chest engage. The core is engaged, supporting your lower back. Breathing, the body should be in a straight line. Feeling this strength, feel all the muscles working. And as we inhale, we're going to lift our hips to come into our first downward dog. So you can adjust your hands and feet slightly from here, but try not to move them too much. Keep rooting through the palms and find this length in the spine, bending your knees if that feels better. Maybe pedaling the legs, easing into the pose. Maybe shifting the hips from side to side if that feels good. Just finding what works for you today and breathe. Enjoying this downward dog. Try to find space in your shoulders, not bunching them to the ears. As we inhale, we're going to lift up onto our tiptoes. And exhale out of your mouth as you release your heels down. Inhaling up and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. From here we're going to bend the knees and look forward as we step our feet and as many steps as you need to the top of the mat. Inhaling as you lengthen your spine halfway, looking forwards. And exhaling, let yourself round down, bending the knees if it feels better for you. And maybe cradling your elbows, just let yourself hang like a rag doll. Relaxing the head and neck. Breathing. Maybe let yourself gently sway from side to side. And notice how the balance moves between your feet. Slowly coming back to a more centered place of balance in the feet. And relaxing the arms if they were cradled as we inhale, lengthen halfway, looking forward. Exhaling, bend your knees, stomach to the thighs. Inhaling, lift your chest, push into your feet and rise up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And relaxing your arms. As we inhale, we're going to rise up again, shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling, bowing, folding forwards. Inhaling, lengthening halfway, looking forwards. As you exhale, place your palms down, spreading your fingers and step back into a high plank. Pushing the ground away from you, find this strength, breathing. As we exhale, we're going to gently lower our knees down. And either try to lower your body in a straight line, keeping your elbows close to your ribs, as I'm doing now. Breathing. And if that doesn't quite work and you feel that your hips lower before your chest, then that's something that we don't want to happen. That can cause compression in the lower spine. So we want to come back up and begin to lowering your chest and chin first, keeping your hips raised. So lowering your chest and chin, and then let yourself slither all the way down. Inhaling, lifting your chest forward and up, shoulders away from the ears. And exhaling, gently lower. Inhaling, we'll push back to all fours, spreading your fingers, rooting through the hands, and tucking your toes, lifting your hips into our downward dog. Breathing here, finding this length in the spine, space in your shoulders. And just try to enjoy the pose. Bending the knees if that feels better. One more deep breath, and as we exhale, we're going to gently lower the knees down to the mat. Coming back to all fours. So from here, we're going to step your right foot forward to the front center of the mat. And if your back knee feels like it needs extra padding underneath it, you can always roll your mat over so you have double padding. Taking what feels comfortable for you. As we exhale, we're going to begin to rock back, straightening your front leg and bringing your forehead towards the knee. As you inhale, rock forward, lifting your heart forwards. Make sure that you're on your fingertips or your palms here, but try not to be on the base of your fingers. So exhaling, rocking back, forehead towards your knee. And inhaling, rocking forwards, lifting your heart forwards. Exhaling, rocking back. Inhaling forwards, heart forwards. Last rock. Exhaling. And inhaling. From here we're going to place the left hand fully down, placing the palms down or up on your fingertips, finding what feels best for you. And we're going to reach our right arm forward and up, and exhale, drawing a big circle around behind you with the arm. Inhaling forward and up, and exhaling, drawing this big circle. One last one, inhaling forward and up, and exhaling. Slowly bringing this right arm back. We'll come back to all fours. Just noticing maybe any difference between the right and left side. So when you're ready, we're going to step the left foot forward to the front center of the mat. And you can use your hand to help you if you need to. So again, remember to try to be on your fingertips or your palms. As we exhale, we'll rock back, forehead towards the knee. As you inhale, come forwards, lifting your heart forwards. Exhaling, rocking back, forehead to the knee. Inhaling, rocking forwards. Just moving at your pace with your breath. With your next inhale coming forwards, we're going to place the right palm down this time. And we'll inhale, lifting the left arm forward and up. Exhaling as you circle the arm around and behind you. Inhaling forward and up, and exhaling, circling around. Last one, inhaling forward and up, and exhaling, circling. Bringing your left palm back down, coming back to all fours. And just noticing how the hips feel now. From here, spreading your fingers wide, rooting down through the palms, hands under your shoulders. We'll tuck our toes and lift our hips, coming into our downward dog. And again, just noticing how your downward dog feels now. Finding this length in the spine, space in the shoulders. Bending the knees if it feels better, and breathing. Taking one more deep breath here. As we exhale, we're going to begin to walk our hands back to our feet. Coming to a forward fold at the back of the mat. Bend the knees if it feels better. You can cradle the elbows, relax your head and neck, and just breathe for a few breaths. Slowly releasing the arms as we inhale, lengthen halfway, looking forwards. Exhaling, bend your knees, stomach to the thighs. Inhale, lift your chest, push into the feet and rise up. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And relaxing the arms. Just close your eyes for a moment or two. Taking a few deep breaths and becoming aware of how you feel now. Maybe there's a bit more movement, a bit more life flowing within you. And as we're standing here, just take a moment to try to notice, where are you standing in your feet? So where is the majority of pressure or weight going down from your body down into the ground? This could be in your heel, it might be on the outside or the inside edge of the foot, or maybe it's further forward in the ball of the foot. And it might be different for both sides, so just take a moment to try and notice, where are you standing? When you can kind of feel that, I want you to imagine that there are 3 points in the foot. So there's one at the front of the heel, in the middle. There's one in front of your little toe, in the ball of the foot, and one in front of your big toe, in the ball of the foot. So we have like a tripod of points. And now try to spread your weight evenly through those 3 points. As we do this, we might feel subtle things. So you might feel the muscles in the arch of your feet subtly lifting up. Maybe the muscles in your thighs slightly engaging. We can lengthen the tailbone slightly, engaging your core, softening your shoulders, and just finding a really nice, stable and centered place to be. Taking a few breaths here. When you feel ready, find a steady, stable gaze point in front of you. And gently begin to shift the stability onto your right leg. As you do so, don't forget about rooting down through those 3 points in the foot. From here we'll come into our tree pose. So if you don't feel comfortable balancing, you can keep your foot just resting on the inner ankle. Maybe it could come to your inner calf, or maybe your inner thigh, but not on the knee. Wherever we are, we're rooting down through that standing foot, but we can also lift up through the standing leg. Bringing the hands to heart center. Shoulders are soft, core engaged, and we're breathing. Just enjoying the present moment. If you feel a bit wobbly or you fall out today, just take a few breaths, center yourself, then come back. Taking one more deep breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to release with control. Slowly coming back down. Releasing the arms. So if you need to, you can give the right ankle a bit of a roll. And then we come back to our stable, centered stance. And remembering to spread the weight evenly through those 3 points in the foot. Feeling those subtle engagements, the arches, the legs. Lengthening the tailbone down, engaging your core, softening the shoulders, and finding this really centered, stable place. When you're ready, finding your gaze point and gently shifting onto the left. Keep rooting through those 3 points and coming as far as you feel comfortable today. As we root down through the foot, we also lift up through the standing leg. The core's engaged, shoulders are soft, and you can bring your palms together if you like. Just enjoying this moment. Taking one more deep breath here. As we exhale, slowly releasing with control. And coming back down to the center. So we'll give the left ankle a bit of a roll here. Breathing. Good. And inhaling, we're going to lift the arms up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhaling, we'll bow, folding forwards. Inhaling, lengthening halfway, looking forwards. As we exhale, we're going to bend the knees all the way down. And we're going to come to seated. So coming to seated and stretching your legs out in front of you. Bring your hands just to the side of your hips. Lengthening up through the spine. The shoulders are soft and your core should be engaged, supporting the lower back. If you feel like you're leaning back and you can't get upright, bend your knees slightly to help you really lengthen through the spine. Wherever we are, if the knees are bent, the legs are straight, the toes should be flexing in towards you. And we're breathing, Feeling all these muscles working. This looks simple, but there's a lot going on, so just keep breathing and feeling. Knowing that you have the strength to do this and it's not going to last forever. One more deep breath. And then we'll slowly release. We're going to draw our knees in towards us. Keeping your feet flexed, take hold of the top of the feet. And as you exhale, begin to allow your spine to round and bring your forehead towards your knees. You can bring the knees closer if you need to, but just take a moment to notice how this feels for your spine. We're trying to create a very evenly distributed curve through the spine. If you feel you want to go further, you can take your feet a bit further away from you. But try to keep your forehead on your knees, shoulders relaxed. And as we breathe in here, we want to try to breathe into the back of your lungs, creating space in the back of your body with your breath. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. One more deep breath here. And before we begin to lift, it's very important that we start this movement from the base of your spine and not from your head and neck. The head and neck should not lift up till the very last part. So as we inhale, we're going to start vertebra by vertebra, lifting up from the base of the spine. And only lifting the head and neck right at the top, lengthening up. From here, we'll place the feet back properly down onto the mat. And we're going to take our hands behind us with your fingers facing in towards the body. Spread your fingers wide, really root down through the palms. And then gently, as you inhale, push down into your hands. Feel your chest rise and your shoulders roll open. Breathing as we root down through the hands, we can even lift a bit higher. So you can stay here, or you can lift your hips up. Breathing. Wherever you are, hips down or up, you could release your head and neck back, or you can keep your chin to your chest, finding what feels best for you. If you're lifting your hips, really keep them lifted, not letting them droop down. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, bring your chin to your chest and gently lower the hips if they were lifted. Good. From here, we're going to lower all the way down onto our spines. Hugging your knees back into the chest and gently rocking from side to side or making circles with your knees. Finding this nice massage in your sacrum and lower spine. And breathing. Good. From here, we'll slowly release your left knee, the left foot back down to the mat. Keeping the right knee in towards the chest, we're going to take your strap or towel or belt or scarf, whatever can help you, and loop this around the ball of your right foot as we lengthen the right leg up to the ceiling. So take a moment to make sure that the strap is around the ball of your foot, and you can keep the left knee bent with the foot flat on the floor, which will give your lower back a bit more support. Or you can stretch your left leg out, if that feels okay for the back. We want to keep the shoulders and arms soft, so hold the strap from as far down as you need to, And push into your right heel, but try not to lock your knee. Breathe. We want to find a stretch that feels like your muscles are singing, but never shouting at you. So if it feels so intense that your muscles are shouting, just gently ease off the stretch a little bit so that you can enjoy it. And just breathing. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Enjoying every little spark of movement within the muscles and the stretch. As we exhale, we're going to begin to open the leg to the right side, keeping your left hip and your left shoulder firmly rooted on the mat here. Keep breathing. Be really strict with yourself to keep this left hip firmly down. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. And inhaling as we come back to the center. Exhaling, we'll take the leg over to the left side and take the straps into your left hand as we stretch the right arm out to look over towards the right side, coming into a twist. Breathing. So try to keep your right shoulder firmly rooted and just enjoy this deep twist and stretch. With each exhale, can you find the softening, the releasing? I am breathing in. I am breathing out. With your next inhale, slowly lifting the leg back up to the center. And exhaling, we can either release using your strap, or you could let go of your strap and use your core to lower the leg down. If you're going to use your core, push your lower back down and keep breathing. If it feels like your lower back is straining, please release, don't hurt yourself. And relax for a moment. Just noticing all that space on the right side. When you're ready, we'll bring the strap around the ball of your left foot. Lengthening the left leg up. Remember, you can keep the right knee bent with the foot flat on the floor or stretch the leg out, finding what feels better for your back today. Shoulders and arms soft and pushing into your heel but not locking your knee. And we're trying to find a stretch that feels like a song, not a shout, remember? It's enjoyable. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Taking one more deep breath. And as we exhale, begin to open the leg to the left side. This time being strict with yourself to keep your right hip and your right shoulder firmly rooted down. And breathing. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. As I breathe in, I'll lift the leg back to the center. And then I'm going to take the left leg to the right side, bringing the straps into the right hand. As I stretch the left arm out to look over to the left, trying to keep the left shoulder firmly rooted as I come into this twist. Breathing. With each exhale, try to find this softening, this releasing. Just enjoying the stretch and every little spark of movement. As we inhale, lifting the leg back up to the center. Exhaling, either releasing using your strap or let go of your strap and use your core. If you're using your core, push the lower back down and keep breathing. And relaxing. So take a moment to find a really comfortable place. If you need something under your knees, get some pillows or towels, blankets, and put it under your knees so your lower back feels supported. If you don't have anything, you can always bend the knees, taking the feet a bit wider than your hips, and bring the knees to resting on each other together. Wherever you are, just find that place that feels really good. Maybe bring the arms out to the side of the body, palms facing up. And have a wiggle till you feel comfortable and good. When you're in that place, just gently close your eyes and come back to your breath. As you breathe in, feel the space that we create. As you breathe out, let yourself gently soften and melt into the ground. Breathing in, creating this space. And breathing out, allowing yourself to let go, to release. With your next inhale, try to imagine breathing all the way down to your feet and into your toes. As you exhale, let your feet flop and relax. Imagining breathing into your calf muscles. As you exhale, let your calves softly melt down. Breathing into your thighs. As you exhale, let go of your kneecaps, let go of your legs. They might flop wider. And breathing into your lower back as you breathe in, creating space. As you breathe out, finding softness. Breathing all the way along your spine. As you exhale, the whole back gently softens. Breathing into your shoulders. As you exhale, let them release, letting go of any weight they've been carrying. Breathing down your arms into your fingers. As you exhale, let your arms be heavy and soft. Breathing into your stomach. As you exhale, release any tension here. Breathing into your chest, feeling the space that you create. And breathing out, finding softness. Breathing into your neck. As you exhale, allow the ground to fully support your head. Breathing into your forehead, just behind the eyes. As you exhale, allow new thoughts to drift away. As you relax your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw, letting your tongue relax. Allowing your eyes to melt into the face. Allowing the roof of your mouth to melt. With each exhale, we let go of any thoughts. And just try to find a quiet and a calm place within us. A place just to be for a few moments without having to do anything or please anyone. A deeply relaxed body and mind can rejuvenate and heal. A deeply relaxed body and mind can let go of the unimportant. A deeply relaxed body and mind can accept what is, live in the present moment, and go with the flow. So very gradually, just bring your attention to the ground beneath you. Feeling that support that our bodies receive from the earth if we relax and accept it. And bringing your awareness to the space that's all around you, a space that's full of possibilities and opportunities. And taking a deep breath in, slowly begin to bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and into your toes. When you're ready, beginning to point the toes and stretch the arms up overhead, coming into a full body stretch. And bending the knees, placing your feet flat onto the floor. And gently rolling to whichever side you prefer, coming into a fetal position. And try to keep your eyes closed here. When you feel ready, gently use your top arm to push yourself up to seated. Trying to keep the eyes closed as you find a comfortable seated position. Lengthen the spine and shoulders soft. Just taking a few more moments here, appreciating our breath. And becoming aware of how you feel now, both in your body and in your mind. And we'll bring our hands back to heart center, thinking back to your intention. And slowly bringing a little bit of warmth into the palms, but not too much if it's a very hot day. And bring your palms up to the eyes, absorbing this energy in. And slowly let light back in. And with a quieter mind and more open heart, and hopefully some peace within. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this class and thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you soon. Have a good day. Bye.